This article centers on Season 3, Episode 5 of Outlander, Freedom and Whiskey. If you're not yet caught up with the show, be warned, spoilers abound. Most of this week's episode of Outlander is set in Boston during the 1960s as Claire and Brianna try to get back to their lives after an eventful summer in Scotland. Re-entry proved challenging for both mother and daughter. Brianna has to make sense of her parents' marriage and the truth of her biological father, while Claire has to try and accept that she will never see Jamie again. There is no sex in this episode. I am just putting that out there so you don't end up disappointed. I won't say that this week's episode is bad. It's just different, a bit slow-moving, though there's the payoff we were promised at the end of last season. The reunion between Jamie and Claire. Claire goes back to work, being a badass while saving a woman's life during surgery. Her personal life might be a disaster, but professionally, Claire is on point. Such is not the case for Brianna, who is wholly disinterested in school since she now knows that time travel is real. After history class this show, again, with the lack of subtlety, her professor pulls her aside and tells her she is failing. He knew her father, and what can he do to help? And so on. All Brianna can't tell the concerned professor is that she fine, which is universal for my life has fallen apart, but I don't want to talk about it. Thank you very much. It's the holidays and at home, Brianna is wistful for her father. Well, one of her father's rubbing his favorite chair, holding his pipe, and looking at old pictures. I kept wanting to feel what I knew I was supposed to feel during this scene and pretty much any scene with Brianna, but I couldn't. Her character is irritating, which is totally fine because sometimes people are irritating, but still, the emotional resonance of a young woman mourning her father just wasn't there, and it was supposed to be. Claire's work husband, Joe, presses Claire about what really happened in Scotland, and she tells Joe there was someone from her past, but she can't really tell him that the love of her life is lost in 18th century Scotland. She says something cheesy about fate keeping them apart, and Joe, bless his heart, says, "Fuck fate." He is the one person on this show who cuts through the nonsense and melodrama, and he is greatly appreciated.